Please subscribe to more STVG.
I always enjoy being in Ghana, and it's been one of the most life-changing experiences of my life, going to the Cape Coast Castle and seeing from whence we came. I'm originally Jamaican, and so this is part of our home soil. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and let me thank the Minister and my good friend Afua for allowing us to be here and to host this important conference. What we found is, and it speaks to our theme, bold solutions for resilience and recovery, at a time when businesses have suffered so tremendously during the COVID crisis, and now the massive supply chain disruptions that we're facing. And I learned something new today as well, the 3 F's, the food, fuel, and what was it? Finance, there you go. So, you know, we exchange the 3 C's for the 3 F's and we're still in trouble. Either way, we need to take a long, hard look at what we're doing as organizations. We need to pivot, we need to look at, are we fit for purpose? Are we doing what we are supposed to be doing, and how do we change what we're doing to make it more apt for the current times? So we launched this conference at a time of major global upheaval. It's not business as usual, it cannot be. We are in a situation where there are rising inflation rates, the fuel costs are insurmountable, the disruptions, of course, as I said, in the supply chains, the pandemic recovery, and also, you know, the fact that there's a huge mental block in terms of how countries see themselves and where they want to go. So every day we also see the climate change impacts and what that is going to mean for migration and other crises across the world. So we hold this conference, Trade Promotion Organization conference, and it seems kind of, why? You know, there are lots of other things we could be doing. But let me tell you why. Because trade promotion organizations are one of the single most critical institutional elements that any country will have, and a successful one speaks to the success of a nation. And this is why gepa is so important to us as well, because it has been extremely successful. I also say this because I believe in institution building. One of the things I said when I first arrived at ITC almost 2 years ago was that I don't believe in helicopter technical assistance. I don't believe it works. I'm from a developing country. I think that we are more than capable to carry on institutions once the capacity is built. But if we don't build the capacity, we keep coming back. Now, I'm not saying I don't want to come back to Ghana, but I prefer to come back just to hang out, you know, and eat the goat soup and so on, because Jamaica does goat soup. We call it manish water, but it's the same thing. But what I will say as well is the TPOs are the basis, the fundamentals of any SME development. It's been found in our own statistics that TPOs that are functional allow SMEs three times more SMEs export when they're linked to their TPOs than any other. It also allows twice in terms of the likelihood of them being able to innovate and create new products if they're linked to their TPOs, because they get information, because they get access, because they get guidance and mentoring, and because they have a system that works for them. So this is why we're having this conference. It also allows us from 57 countries to share experiences, to look at best practices, to see how we can all move together as countries instead of apart. And finally, I think it's also an opportunity for them to see Ghana, to showcase the opportunities here, to showcase what investment possibilities there are, and also to just enjoy what is a fantastic country. Thank you very much. I want to say, in terms of the global supply chain challenges, I always, as I said, like to take things from a historical perspective. It is completely natural for countries that feel threatened to pull inwards. But I don't think that is going to last long. We're already seeing a movement of what we call nearshoring or friendshoring taking place, where there are amazing opportunities now for Africa because of the shift out of China and Asia towards new potential markets, which will loosen up the supply chain disruptions and allow greater ease of movement. I think it's also important to recognize that there has not been a crisis like this in almost 100 years. It just hasn't happened. And so I don't think there's anybody here over 100, but none of us would know exactly how to address this in real time. That, added to the conflict with the Ukraine, has also exacerbated the situation, increased supply costs, migration, refugee crisis, the whole, it's almost like a perfect storm. So in essence, what is happening is that the world is recalibrating. And as the world recalibrates, you'll see shifts in supply chains, you'll see shifts in value chains, and that is where the African Continental Free Trade Area is going to be an enormous opportunity as well for Africa to continue to build out its free trade and also its impact in the rest of the world.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell for more updates.